All right, let's begin with a pretty big story. Last week, the Financial Times reported that Google is considering charging for its premium features on its AI powered search engine. Options could include adding AI powered search features within the existing subscription services or adding AI results to the standard search results page for those paying a premium. Important to note here, Google's traditional search engine will remain free. Nothing's going to change there. Now, in previous episodes, we've talked about ChatGPT as a premium search option, and now news from Google sounds like it could be something very similar. What are your thoughts on this story about Google potentially having a premium AI-powered search engine? Duncan, what are your initial thoughts on this?
I think it's an interesting idea. Part of me is sort of annoyed because, Google search was free because Google was making a ton of money off our backs with our search data and then their advertising tool. So the fact that now we have to pay to give them more data that they'll probably use for advertising is kind of laughable if you think about it. This tool better provide a lot of value if that's the case. If we feel like we're paying for something, I'm really curious about how it's going to be deployed, how user-friendly it's going to be. If it's as simple as going to a Google search engine or Google-like search engine and typing things in, I'm not too sure if it's going to be as appealing for people to pay for it. We have Google Homes in our house. That was like Google's first stab at AI, which they haven't updated in basically since they started. So mine continually don't understand the name of the lights that I've named or the rooms that I'm in, or it fails miserably many, many times. So I'm sure I'm not alone with that you have to scream at your little robot for it to finally understand what you're trying to get it to do, or it screws up the song that you asked it to play. So I feel like they could start by just making Google Home better. And maybe they will. I don't know. But my inside sources say that it's the loss leader, that the Google Home is like a loss leader. And I know I'm off topic, but my simple point with this is it has to provide value. And if it doesn't provide value, I don't see it going over rather well. I know why they're doing it to compete with ChatGPT, but like I say, ChatGPT to me provides the value that it's worth the money. So I'm curious how Google's going to do this because people don't how is this tool going to be any different than using Google search? People use ChatGPT in different ways than Google search. So it's not just about asking a simple yes/no question or where's the nearest restaurant or park to my house. People will just use Google search for that. So it'll be a bit of a learning curve for people, and I'm curious, like I say, how they'll deploy it and make it useful for people.
So in a nutshell, too early to tell. You really dislike Google Home and you use it to turn your lights off, but the wrong lights go off in your house.
I think it's more the music thing for me, like that Spotify integration. If I say, play some music I'll like, it literally will play the song that's named Play Music I Like, and not realizing that I'm asking it to play music that I would like because it knows what my music tastes are. It's just bizarre. And yes, the lights, they don't know their own names in our house. And, I always get that message, oh, something went wrong. Wait a second and try again. And by that point, you're already screaming at your Google Home. And,
Wow.
I'm done.
I just use it to see how many milliliters are in 6 ounces. Yeah, okay. Ian, if you could right the ship here and come back around a bit. AI-powered Google search, a premium feature.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking it's interesting. I do kind of agree with Duncan in the sense that I think the fact that it's a premium feature means perhaps in the first instance not a lot of people are going to want to pay for this. Not a lot of people are going to want to use it. But I do think, we've seen from Bing that they've integrated, that Microsoft has integrated OpenAI's ChatGPT features into Bing and things. I do think this is going to become sort of a standard for search in the future. So I think it's the beginning of the new normal, essentially. And the question, I suppose, is whether that will it become a free feature? Duncan touched on this about Google obviously doesn't charge because they make so much money from the information and data that people are typing into their search engine every day. They may find that the AI tools make it more popular again, or as people are starting to search in other ways, as we talked about last week through TikTok and Instagram, can they bring anyone back, or is it giving them enough new information that it's valuable to them without needing to charge for the service, I should say. And I think that's potentially going to prove to be true, and therefore it's just going to become the new normal, and it's going to be a free feature of Google that the AI tools are built in.
I'm curious to see how much more per search does it cost to render an AI-based search compared to the traditional Google search engine. Like, I mean, if the costs are skyrocketing, they have to do something to help recoup some of the money. So that could partially be it too.
Do they really?
Well,
they're worth like $1.7 trillion. Do they really need? Is that not enough? Is that enough money?
Yeah.
They need more. Yeah. What if they went down to 1 trillion, Duncan? Then what? That's what I struggle with every day. How do I keep my net worth above $1 trillion? So it's just something to think about. Okay, so I guess let's wait and see what this is. Personally, for me, I don't know if it's that big a deal because I think it was just going to come around anyways. Like, really? As the tools get better and the ability to get more refined or detailed search results become easier to get through these tools, of course there's going to be premium features tacked on. I am curious, as an agency, we do everything in Google with Gmail and Drive, etc. I'm wondering if, are we going to be included in the premium? Maybe that's something we can test right off the bat because of what we pay already. So
we have the Gemini things in our Gmail. It says, integrate it now. Like, I'm getting that because we're on Google Workplace.
I saw the little thing I was talking to Ian about. I saw it the other day, and then I ignored it because I was busy. So I don't know what that was, but I will investigate for next week. All right, so we'll see where this one goes. Again, this is just an initial story. There's been nothing from Google in terms of what this might look like or anything like that. So we'll have to kind of just wait and see.